Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
You know what is simultaneously the best and worst breakfast?
No.
Smoked salmon and scrambled eggs.
Okay. Explain.
Cannot do better than smoked salmon and scrambled eggs. It is just a taste sensation in the mouth. There's a bit of salt from the salmon, which bleeds into the rest of the meal. It's beautiful. You don't need to season it at all. The salmon just has that beautiful smoked salmon texture and flavor. You just can't do better than that. Scrambled eggs, wonderful. Early morning staple. It's a great way to start the day. The only problem? It's what makes it the best breakfast. The worst breakfast, because it doesn't matter what I do. I could scrub my hands for 15 minutes straight after preparing that meal at 5-something in the morning. And I will still smell of smoked salmon on my hands for the rest of the day. I'm like the Lady Macbeth of salmon.
Right.
I cannot shift the smell.
Bacon's got the same kind of effect, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which isn't like a bad thing, but if you don't intend on having your house smell like bacon for the rest of the day, you don't really have a choice after you make bacon.
You know, it's very easy to feel a little like Fraser Crane when you realize you've never actually prepared bacon in the morning, but you do regularly prepare smoked salmon.
Yeah, man. Classy.
Yeah.
Jeez. So you moved on from pickled herring, too. I remember you calling that the perfect breakfast.
You still have the occasional bit of herring, but the salmon does a very similar thing. It is intensely fishy. And apparently that's what I need to get me going in the morning.
Not as pickled.
It's like,
It's pretty fishy.
It's like a smelling salts kind of thing. You know, you just need to be hit by something early in the morning to get you going, get you out of bed, start your day. And if you're going to be hit by anything, you might as well be hit full in the face with a sloppy, wet fish.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin, Lecter, Ollie, and AJ with you as well. Morning, AJ.
Morning.
Lovely to have you with us. So, yes, yesterday I got let loose. I had a little time outdoors, which was lovely. Went to do some outdoor filming over in Detta with Bobby Drygeese and company, which was great fun, out on the ice of Great Slave Lake, particularly the ice fishing. Oh, man, that is the first time I have done any large-scale ice fishing of any description. And from a British point of view, when I arrived...
Which is all you have.
...in Canada. It's all I have. It's gradually changing over time. But I remember when I arrived, if you had told me that ice fishing was even a thing, I would have said, well, how? Because surely the fish are dead.
Right.
Yeah, they're frozen.
They're just this block of ice. What are you going to do? Chisel them out?
Yeah.
And no, I hadn't...
Or they build cocoons or something.
Yeah, no. Yeah. There is no part of me that understood how fish survive this whole, the ice, like the lakes freeze phenomenon, because I was not used to lakes freezing.
Right.
So it wouldn't have occurred to me at all. And so even now, when I've kind of got a grip on this whole how fish survive a seasonal cycle thing, it's still stunning to watch hundreds of fish get pulled out of the ice in a net in one go. Okay. And there was some massive trout going on.
That was going to be my question to you. Like, what system they used? If it was net fishing, or if they set up a shack and you just had a line in. And then some people will drill holes and then put like jigs everywhere, and then just come back and check the jigs.
That's not a dance. But
okay.
Not it. Well, it is. Yeah. It is. But it's also, but just not in this sense.
Not in this sense. You don't do the fish jig. Yeah. The winter fish jig keeps you warm, attracts fish.
Yeah.
It just checks everybody.
You didn't do it?
Didn't do the fish jig.
What?
Explains a lot why I don't have a fish right now.
You can't just sit the whole time. You got to get up and do the fish jig. Keep warm. Get the blood flowing.
Yeah. You see, we were talking 15 minutes ago about my love for fish as a breakfast product, as you well know, the herring, for example.
I'm aware.
So sadly, though, no fresh breakfast fish for me this morning, but it was amazing to see all these fish come out. And the whole deal was that a group of people on this leadership program were being sort of shown how to extract the fish from the nets, and then they'd take them all back and fry them up and fillet them first and everything. It's just absolutely, it was a really cool thing to do. And the sky yesterday was gorgeous all day long. It's just like the sunrise was amazing. Daylight all day long was just that great kind of light for camera shots where everything just looked
It was a great winter day yesterday.
It was a great winter day.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've had a lot of those. Driving to Detta yesterday morning, I feel like every other day is a Hall of Fame sunrise or sunset right now. I don't know.
There's been a lot of them, yeah.
I don't know
gorgeous.
If it's just because 2020 feels as though it's shortchanged us for the rest of the year, but I feel as though it's really laying it on thick with these December days and these skies that go on forever.
You never know in 2022. I mean, you could look at that sunrise or sunset and go, is that a big fire? You know what I mean? 2020, I'm not going to put it past it.
You see, when you said you never know in 2022, I thought you were implying that 2022 was going to be even worse than 2020.
Let's get through 2021 first, AJ. Like, we got to...
No, I've written that right off. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to start thinking about New Year's resolutions at some point. I mean, does everybody get a free pass this coming year?
Yeah.
Because whatever you resolved to do in 2020, it almost certainly didn't come to pass.
Yeah, you could just renew that resolution, basically, if it still applies, which mine very much does.
Well, go on.
Mine was to be more organized, and I don't think I achieved that, but I'm fully willing to use the pandemic as an excuse for that. You know, like January, February started out pretty good. Start of March, things were looking all right, and then like everything else, it just completely fell apart. I mean, there was a portion of time where I was the only person in the studio here, so I was kind of in charge of everything that went to air, and keeping aside from Mornings at the Wabbin, that was very much your chaos to manage. But other than that, I was pretty much just like I kind of had to be organized in that way because I was just going from one thing to another without really any time to think about it or mess around in between. So like that was okay, but then I just after that, it just messed me right up getting back into the routine. Having all you come back into the office was like...
We will do that for organization.
It was jarring.
Me particularly.
I had so much freedom. I could use any studio or facility I wanted at any time.
I mean, speaking of which, have you seen my yellow gloves that I left lying around the other day? They get tidied away at some point. You did a very nice job of tidying, but now nothing is where I left it. And I don't know if I've left stuff at home. And now this is the problem. My organization would have been great this year, but other people organize it for me, and then it's gone.
Okay, it's not great. You just shove stuff in a corner and remember it's there.
Yeah.
That's not organized.
And if it's not in the corner anymore, then where the heck is it?
Well, and now you've given me this complex, so when I clean everything, I go, okay, this is clearly garbage, but maybe I should leave it just in case this is some sort of wanted garbage.
It often isn't.
And a lot of the times, sure enough, it'll come up. Hey, where's this little piece of garbage I left here?
You need two piles, garbage and garbage with notes scribbled on it.
So now I just try and like organize stuff in the same area, but I'll like fold it or like make it look presentable, but keep it in the same. But no, to answer your question, I did not touch any gloves.
Okay,
I
just
folded
checking.
your blanket.
Just checking.
And I put your pillow on top.
I did notice that. I found them and moved them. Yep.
Put a little mint on top of the pillow.
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
Just folded down.
It was a Hershey's Kiss.
Blanket just folded down gently in one corner as well. Yeah, it was very nice. Yeah, I just crawled on into the news desk this morning and fell asleep. Great.
Good. That was, I'm glad.
Yeah.
A nice folded towel. That's a treat in the morning.
Someday, I'm going to have my own office and my own desk, and there's going to be a lock on that door, and there's going to be no cleaning that occurs in there.
Oh, there will be a lock on the door because I do not want access to that room.
Okay.
Won't that be a wonderful day when both you and I have our own offices?
It will be a wonderful day. I mean, again, we talk about 2022. I think it might be the other side of that.
Yeah.
If the New Year's resolution is for each of us to have our own offices, then I think we might need to roll that one over a few times as well.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast. Hey, it was early. What do you want from us?
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Bobby Bouvier, Glenn Butt, Bill Chipman, Christmas North of 60 on Cabin Radio. I do love that. Looking, by the way, as though Christmas North of 60 is going to be a little bit, well, as we would say in the UK, stark bollock freezing. Because at the moment, we've got maybe 2.5 more days of minus 14, minus 15 kicking around. Then the low on Saturday night is minus 37 without wind chill.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't get much better from there. You'll be lucky to get above minus 30 on Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday next week.
Is this a good time to put out there that the Yellowknife Ski Club is doing a free ski day on Sunday where the high is minus 25?
High is now minus 28.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, which
Numbers are rising. Good.
Below
dropping, I guess.
Below the cutoff point for major international ski competitions. Just going to put that out there. But you know what? If you take it easy and you cover up your face, I'm sure you'll be all right. Free skiing, if you can move, on Sunday.
Does that make conditions like fast?
Not for me. No, it makes conditions very blanket related.
Yeah.
I find it very difficult to get off the sofa. and therefore if conditions very slow, very slow.
When you're there. Let's say someone wrapped you up like a burrito, took you there.
Oh, and rolled me down the hill first. Conditions first.
Okay, that was my question.
Conditions are begrudging.
Yes. You know what? I don't know. I say this now. Like Wednesday, Ollie thinks, minus 28. I'll give that a go. I'm super into skiing right now.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, Ollie is likely to say, yeah, but the Premier League's on. And this fire's nice.
Yeah.
Here's some smoked salmon and scrambled eggs. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
We'll just try again some other day. I do want to fit in some skiing, though. I'm going to have to go today. I'm going to have to go tomorrow, try and cram it in.
Yeah.
And then maybe go again in April. Yeah. There you go.
Just wait it out.
Down.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a shot on Sunday, I think. I'm committed to try and ski, and it'll probably be a high of minus 30 by that time.
Yeah, skis might snap off.
Yeah.
I've actually genuinely been wondering over the last few days, at what point do skis become brittle?
Well,
Like, can it be cold enough up here for your skis to be in genuine danger of just disintegrating in the cold?
that's a good question.
I think they can.
Yeah.
If it's similar to a snowboard. I've snapped a snowboard in really cold weather.
Have you?
Yeah, like the middle layers will start to break.
Yeah.
And
you weren't even using it at the time. Someone just left it untidily.
it was just in my garage.
You just picked it up and just broke it over a leg.
Yeah, I just heard a weird sound in the garage. Oh, my snowboard broke.
Well,
Okay.
Must be
that.
pretty cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be
Well,
outside all weekend.
I'll let you know if my skis survive.
Yeah, you know what? I might give that a go as well. I mean, the advantage of the free skiing is it's unlikely to be oversubscribed.
Yes.
At minus 28.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, the hardcore among us who really want to go skiing at the Yellowknife Ski Club and check that out could probably still have quite a tranquil and relaxing ski.
Yeah.
Because the likelihood that the 10, 11, 12-year-olds of Yellowknife have all dragged their parents out kicking and screaming, insisting that they go skiing in minus 28. I don't know. Maybe that's a very British child's point of view.
Yeah.
Like, that strikes me as a kind of thing. Maybe Canadian kids do that. Maybe Canadian kids are like, it is so cold, can't wait to get outside. And the parents are lying awake at 6 o'clock in the morning thinking, why?
No.
Why? No?
Don't think that happens.
Well, the nice thing, too, is if you are not a member and you were, otherwise would have had to pay a drop-in fee, if you don't have to stay long to get your money's worth because it's free. So you just do a quick little 15-minute loop. They're like, okay,
Yep.
I am frozen. Off I go.
Straight back to the vehicle, but you know what? I did it, and it cost me nothing.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. I like that idea. I'd like to think that maybe, Sunday morning there's just going to be a bunch of people who just roll into the parking lot, run out to the ski, like past the chalet, throw the skis down, get on them, ski, run back to the car. Good, went skiing. How was your Sunday? Yeah, loved it, went skiing. Yeah, had a great time.
Too cold to talk.
Yeah,
Sorry.
where'd you go skiing? Oh, just like I did a 3-meter loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, still a loop. You just don't include the 3-meter part.
Yeah, do you mean 3-kilometer loop? No, 3-meter.
Did
Yeah.
a quick loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Now, on a completely separate note, we just heard Bobby Bouvier, Glenn Butt, Bill Chipman, Christmas North of 60. If you're listening on the podcast, you didn't, but imagine a very cheesy but delightful Northern Christmas song.
I'll add a little clip in the end.
Yeah, just give it a little, just give it a little air.
Yeah, a little ease in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Include the accordion. I think that's
That
crucial.
song reminds me of the Red Green Show.
Oh, yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Like it's held together with duct tape.
It kind of sounds like the intro a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's good.
We have
Good Canadiana.
We're doing an advent calendar on the Facebook page every day in December, where we're showcasing a different video from across the year. Because it turns out we make dozens of those things. I thought I might struggle to get to 24. It was actually a struggle to get down to 24 once I looked at all the videos we do. Yep.
Yeah.
With COVID, we did a lot of like mornings at the Wabbin and COVID Corner.
Well, and I didn't even count those because they're quite long videos. So I excluded all COVID corners, all mornings at the Wabbin. Wow. None of those even made it like into contention. It was just like the little videos that we do.
Pretty irrelevant content at this point, too.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's true.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed doing mornings at the Wabbin. Will I sit through them all to figure out which one deserves to be in a Christmas advent calendar? No, I will not. So we got down to 24, but we actually got down to 23 because I wanted to leave the morning of the 24th for one final video that would be a little Christmas greeting from the crew.
Okay.
And I wondered whether it should be us singing a Christmas tune.
Oh.
Ooh.
And if it is, what would it be?
We did that at the SPCA, was it, last year? Was that a Christmas tune?
I believe that was YMCA, which is often not considered a Christmas tune.
It is for me. More of a personal Christmas tune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Good to know.
The Young Men's Christmas Association.
Yes, the YMCA Christmas time. It underrated as a Christmas song.
Yeah. Well, I throw little jingle bells in there, and
Yeah,
it could
some
be a
sleigh
Christmas
bells.
song.
Okay, well,
Throw
like
bells in, and anything could be a Christmas song.
there's your project for tomorrow. See if you can Christmas up YMCA a little bit, and we'll roll that one out. So if we rule out, despite your enthusiasm, YMCA on the grounds A, that it was done earlier, and B, it's absolutely nothing to do with Christmas.
Keep it in mind.
What would be the most appropriate, most fitting, the easiest to accomplish Christmas song? Could be a carol, could be a full-on Christmas bop.
Right.
That the Cabin Radio team could collectively produce a video for.
Well, I don't want to go too far, but maybe we write our own little jingle.
We write our own Christmas song.
Yeah.
Probably going too far.
To the theme of YMCA, probably.
Young dog, bring that tree back in here. I said, young dog, that garbage is too near.
There we go.
We got it.
The
We
rest
got the
writes
first verse.
itself.
We got the first verse.
Great.
That's my suggestion. That's all I got.
Okay,
Jingle
thanks.
bells? Probably Jingle Bells is like,
Okay.
right? That's the main
So
tune.
YMCA rewritten or Jingle Bells? Okay. Yep. Lecter?
I was, we may as well put it up as a Mornings at the Cabin. We can't make a poll anymore, apparently.
Yeah, we
But,
can take suggestions.
Yeah, we could take suggestions for sure.
Which Christmas song should the Cabin crew perform for you this Christmas? We're going to open that up for you on the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page. We would love to get your suggestions. They're probably going to be better suggestions than YMCA. I'm not going to lie to you, but you know what? Maybe we can riff on that a little bit.
Let the people speak.
Let the people speak. You know what? It's just going to be a wall of YMCA, isn't it?
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Ollie, Lecter, AJ, and Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Good morning.
With us this morning. Excellent. And it is minus 16 outside. Enjoy that while you can, because it's minus a gajillion and 2 starting Saturday night. So, I have here, this has just arrived in the studio, a little Christmas gift. Beautiful little tin. It's got a beautiful snowman on the outside. It's sort of a red background. There's some snowflakes on it. Snowman across the winter scene. The snowman has sort of a half-crazed smile, but it's okay. I think we get the gist. So, it's very nice indeed. I'm just going to take this little fit. You might know what's already here.
No.
I do know what it is.
AJ knows what. Jeez.
Oh.
Hey, look.
I know.
You
what
hold
it
that.
is.
Phew. That. There's a hit of a smell to
Give
that.
it a whiff.
Yeah.
Whoa. Carl. Wow. I like Carl more and more every day.
Sarah, as AJ has a sniff of that and passes around the contents of this Christmas tin,
Aromatic.
would you like to explain who Carl is and why AJ loves Carl?
Carl is my stepdad. Carl grew cannabis plants this summer. They got real tall, like 6 feet tall. Then he dried it all around the garage, all 4 walls of the garage, I think. And
Just
my
built a
mother's
garage
very
out of
embarrassed by
cannabis.
this. She talks about it in whispered terms, in unmarked packages that she sends me. But
Did it come in the Christmas tin?
yes,
Like that?
and
would,
like I
that
had a
would be the
message from
thing to
her
throw 'em
saying
off?
like, yeah, and I had a message from her saying it'll be in an unmarked red tin.
An unmarked,
Double wrapped.
a conspicuous red tin.
Yeah, with
Oh
some
my.
Scotch tape around the rim to keep it shut.
It'll look like
So
biscuits.
yeah, so she sent some of his harvest to us here at Cabin Radio.
It smells.
But actually, I think she said
wow.
I've sent some for AJ and Scott. I don't think
Amazing.
Ollie and I have been left out of this, which is fine.
Jesse, too, I would imagine.
This is nice. You can tell it's outdoor grown. It's a little more leafy.
Yeah. I assume he just, he's a busy guy, right? He's got things to do. He can't be like taking all that time to trim it right back.
No, and he had a bit of a
yeah.
competition with his buddies about who could grow the biggest plant, right?
He
Or
did.
or was it the
yes,
most?
I think what ended up happening was he had extra seeds and gave some away, and it kind of all took off from there.
Started his own gang. That's what he did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. He now has a drug ring, is what you're trying to tell us.
It's the friendliest drug ring of all, though,
A
AJ.
legal
The
drug
most
ring.
legal drug ring
Yeah.
in the history of drug rings.
Yeah, it's like a drug ring, like a sewing circle kind of equivalent of a drug ring.
Yeah.
Oh, those
They all
things
just had
get
their
vicious.
2 or 3 plants or whatever the limit is, and
This couldn't have come at a
Running
better
their
time.
backyards.
I'm out.
Oh, hey. There you go.
How'd you know, Carl?
This is quite an offering too. Like as far as sample packs go, this is a big sample.
Yeah, that's like about an ounce.
Is it? Yeah, probably around there. Just eyeballing it.
I have no idea. I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, I'll grab my scale.
This is the thing. There are two of us in the studio who haven't the first clue, like how much that is, what you do with it.
Do you
is
have
it
any
any good? I mean, it looks like this will provide an insight into my upbringing. Maybe
there's no wrong questions.
To me, it's not even a question. It reminds me. It reminds me of the stuff you use to create miniature hedges and foliage if you're building a model railway.
I would have liked to known you when you were a child.
Yeah.
My mum was the main one building the model railway. I was just the helper elf.
What if your mom was just a stoner the whole time? That's how she hid her...
Honestly, I had a brief moment,
stash.
as I was saying that, I had a brief moment where I thought, and like, let's be very clear, I'm well aware that my mother uses cannabis, or did anyway, but I just suddenly thought, hang on a minute.
Where are all the hedges going?
That could have been exactly what that was.
There's one less hedge every single day.
Yeah.
You had no idea how magical that railroad was.
Just hiding the weed in the model railway, which would have been genius. Yeah, man, this model railway stinks. Like, yeah, that's manure.
But it seems to make everyone else really happy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Must just be train enthusiasts, I guess.
No, you see, I still maintain that there's nothing to put a kid off the idea of cannabis. More like a bunch of social workers in their 40s in the downstairs living room enjoying dope cookies.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
how embarrassing! I wouldn't want to see my parents. They've definitely have never partaked. Is that the right word?
Partaken.
Partook.
That's actually the right
Partook.
word. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think they would just be annoying, right? It would be kind of like, yeah. It's like when you're really young and the Christmas party, for instance.
Right.
All the parents get a little bit of wine in them and they start dancing and you're like, ooh, this is weird.
My dad is an excellent drunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say dancer.
Do tell, yeah. Well,
he's
they kind of go hand in hand sometimes.
I mean, they kind of do sometimes. He's more of a singer than a dancer. You get him.
You get
in
a
a
full
mood.
performance. He's a triple threat.
Oh, we've got full performances before.
Fantastic.
It's amazing. But I don't think he's ever. I don't think my parents have ever dabbled in cannabis. I don't know.
It
Maybe
was quite a faux pas for quite some time.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a small little thing in the news. I think it was like a 60 Minutes or something like that on weed. And my mom was just so disgusted by the whole thing. She thought it was just the worst thing that anyone could do. She goes, yep, and then you slip into cocaine and then all of a sudden you're shooting up heroin and then you're dead.
I mean,
and I was like, this has escalated so fast.
Yeah.
And here I am sitting in the kitchen, 20 years old going, is now a good time to tell her?
Guess I better hide my heroin. Jeez. That's apparently pretty taboo.
I guess I'm 3 steps away here.
I do want to very quickly clarify. I could sense from Scotland a rocket being prepared and aimed in my general direction.
Is your phone going off right now?
No, it isn't. I keep looking at it out of sheer terror. I'm relatively sure this is quite a rare occurrence for my mother. I mean, I know it happened, but I'm relatively sure. Like, I don't think the whole dope cookie thing was a weekly occurrence, by any stretch. Who knows? Maybe it was.
If it's an edible, it's usually the way it is. It's a quarterly treat or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And clearly, I should have been paying more attention to the model railway.
Yeah,
because the foliage was gradually being consumed, and it was not the tiny model sheep.
No, and it's not like she was just growing a bunch in their garden. That would be crazy.
Yeah, it was just seasonal changes.
Hang on, we had a greenhouse. Let me think about this.
Oh,
huh? You know what?
I need to hanging
this is fast becoming
down,
Ollie's story. This is much more interesting than.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, Carl. Yeah, Sarah, stop that. I'm taking all this away from you. This is your moment. This is your chance to shine. I mean, that stuff. Again, I know nothing about it, but the smell of that stuff and the sheer it looks great.
Were you always
smells
out of
really good? Yeah.
Were you always out of small sandwich bags?
Okay, you know what? I have some investigating to do. Thank you on behalf of Cabin Radio to Carl. How illegal is it to send that stuff from Ontario? Anyway.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
And fresh back from the grocery store, Sarah Price wandering into the studio with a couple of coffees, some A&W, and a massive pack of Kleenex. Wonderful. It's got to be one of those mornings. Oh, and she's left. Great. Thanks. Cheers, then. Bye.
Thanks,
okay,
Sarah.
great.
Breakfast for champions.
Amazing. I did love, AJ, that you sent her out to buy 2 industrial-sized boxes of Kleenex and some extra-strength carpet cleaner.
At least I chose some stuff from the destination she was originally going to. You had her divert to A&W.
Well, I just needed a coffee.
And since you did that, obviously I jumped in for
fair enough.
hash browns and coffee.
Fair enough. Two massive boxes of Kleenex and industrial-strength carpet cleaner is one of those grocery store purchases that it's very difficult to look the cashier in the eye when buying.
Yes.
Because you're thinking to yourself, what do they think I need this collection of items for? It's like if you turn up, I mean, you could do this more in the UK where you can buy alcohol in most grocery stores, but you turn up, bottle of red wine, massive tub of ice cream, three boxes of Kleenex and some bleach. And you're like, listen, whatever you think is occurring is not. This just happens to be what I was lacking. These are not interconnected items.
You can lie to yourself all you want, Ollie. If you had a breakup, talk to the cashier about it. It's good to talk to someone.
Evenings with bleach and Ben & Jerry's in the bleak midwinter. We need to, before we get going today, we've fallen behind on our advent calendar here. We've got many advent calendars going on. This is the wooden advent calendar that Emily Blake did such a marvelous job of filling out for us. Where are we up to on the advent calendar? Did anybody do the 8th?
We got stalled on Friday, December 4th.
Oh, wow.
So we are 5, 6, 7, 8. We are like 5 days behind.
This is not great, guys.
No.
This is not
great. Should we just do a rapid fire one?
Just do rapid fire. We've got 2 of you over there.
Okay.
I will sort of be the official for proceedings from over here. So we do have to film all of these as well because that's very important. Emily wants to put together a video of everything. So Lecter's going to be on filming duty. And AJ, maybe we're going to let you just rip through. You're going to need to do, AJ, what is it? Like the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9?
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Let her rip, AJ.
Here we go. And 5, 6. Oh, 6 is sticking. Oh, no.
Steady. Oh, I can see the whole thing moving.
7, 8. Some of these seem empty. Oh, man.
They've got pieces of paper inside.
9.
Pieces of paper.
Here we go.
And then you reach into the advent.
So now they're open.
Envelope.
The rush is over.
Okay. So what can you see before we get to the pieces of paper? Are there any actual gifts in any of those?
Yeah, okay. Piece of paper.
Remember last time
there was
the dinosaur that grew in water. That kept everybody, held our attention rapt for days.
Okay, this one, I don't know if we'll ever get out of here. It seems like a loaded spring.
It might be a two-hand job.
Okay.
I don't know if I can get 2 hands into this thing. We might need some pliers. Okay.
Anyone just joining us?
Skip to 7.
This is, again, not what you think it is.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't even have big fingers in this.
Oh, it sounds moist in there.
Oh, that's nice. Earrings again.
Earrings? Okay. Well, you didn't get the earrings last time.
I didn't get
those are your earrings.
Oh, good. I'll just have to pierce my ears.
Okay. Describe the earrings.
They are a white crystal-esque flower.
Okay.
It looks nice.
No, that was great jewelry description. A future in the trade beckons.
That does sound like you're describing a snowflake.
Yep.
I mean, it's like a snowflakey flower.
Okay, what else we got?
And we got another piece of paper.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that these don't come all the way out.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. They do. And some Lindor chocolate.
Oh, nice.
Lindor chocolate.
Okay,
let me try and get this other one out here.
Sure.
This loaded spring one. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be
I can hear the thunking in the background.
Well,
this is quite the...
You should
Sunday.
see this thing.
I mean, Emily wants to put a video together of this. It's going to be an epic.
It's going to be a long video.
Feature-length documentary.
I might need some power tools. I'm going to come back to that one.
Okay.
What is it? What is it, Sarah? Can you see from that vantage point?
It looks like one of those hair elastics.
Okay, you are just nowhere near a microphone.
I thought we were on air.
We are on air.
You
aren't.
Can't get to a microphone. No, it looks like one of those like hair elastics, the rubbery spiral ones, so that it's not supposed to like crimp your hair as much.
Oh.
So it is a loaded spring. No wonder. Okay, you know what? We're going to leave it.
All right, yeah. Moving on. So,
okay, so the 2 pieces of paper.
Yep, so you got
one says look in a bag.
Look in the bag, yep.
I'm going to look in this bag that says Xmas Advent bag.
I think that's wise.
A Rubik's Cube.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, mini Rubik's Cube as well, like a little Diddy size one.
Oh, sorry. I'm assuming that number, is that supposed to correspond with the number here?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not a Rubik's
So
Cube.
not the Rubik's Cube.
Forget about
Great.
the Rubik's Cube.
Great.
Forget about the Rubik's
I
Cube.
can't. It's so hard to imagine how we managed to fall behind on this.
Here we go. 5. Oh, a unicorn stamp.
Oh.
You know what? You are the person in this office who most needs that.
I have a unicorn stamp, earrings. I'm going to look so pretty today. And
Think of the things you can stamp. All our invoices are going to go out with happy little unicorn stamps attached to them. When you pay this will be the day we find a unicorn.
looking for
Plus a little
number.
chocolate, a little sweetness for your day.
Yep.
Was it 7?
Okay, come on.
Okay, now
come
I'm
on.
really... I've
Oh, my
lost where
goodness.
we are now.
I've stopped filming because
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how
a good thing.
Emily was going to make this into a video.
maybe
anyway.
it's not. No, look in the bag. Okay, we're missing one.
Okay, so you know what?
Well, I
Merry
think
Christmas,
that's-
everybody.
That's good radio.
We're going to leave AJ just fondling an advent calendar over there and trying to uncover some of its hidden talents. In the meantime, this has been Mornings at the Cabin. It has been my pleasure to sit in for Mr. Jesse Wheeler. He'll be back tomorrow. Thank you to Lecter. Thank you to AJ. Good luck with the rest of that. Thank you to Sarah for bringing coffee in. Thank you to Penny for being Penny. Thank you to Brack for the news. 90s at 9 is up next. Here's a little Louis Armstrong to play us out.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.